بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My beloved brothers, honorable imams, today normally we have a class on the inner dimensions or the inner secrets of Salah. And just recently, 2 days ago, my mother passed away. So I thought I would share some things connected to death as well as the Salah. So we had been speaking about, Ibn Qayyim had talked about the last part of the Salah, which is the dua. When we finished our tahiyyat and we're sitting and getting ready to salam, there's a special moment where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He answers the du'as. And in fact, Ibn Qayyim, he says that a person in salah, when they reach this point, if they really had their heart present in salah with Allah, they almost wish the salah didn't end. Because the salah is the time when Allah, it's a najwa between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You had this moment with the creator of the Lord of the worlds. And the Prophet ﷺ, he used to say, جُعِلَتْ قُرَّةَ عَيْنِ فِي الصَّلَاةِ. The coolness of my eyes is in the salah. One of the greatest ways to remove your worries, sadness, depression, difficulties is salah. وَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ. The Prophet ﷺ, he had more worries than all of us combined. His daughters, his children all passed away in his own hands. He was injured and people threw him, expelled him from his land. They tried to assassinate him many times. Remember, he was in the cave and they were trying to kill him. لا تحزن إن الله معنا. He told Abu Bakr, don't be sad, Allah is with us. So the salah is a chance to relieve all of your worries, concerns. Life is never going to be free of worries. But Islam gave us a minhaj, a methodology to relieve these worries and distress by putting your worries in the hands of the one who is more compassionate to us than our own mothers. You must have all heard the hadith found in Bukhari and Muslim on Umar ibn al-Khattab that the Prophet ﷺ had seen a group of prisoners of war, and there was a little baby, and suddenly a mother ran out and grabbed the baby and held the baby to her chest and started breastfeeding the baby. Then the Prophet ﷺ, he saw the companions and he said, do you think this mother will ever throw the baby in a fire? And they said, of course not. Then the Prophet ﷺ, he said, لَاللَّهُ أَرْحَمُ بِعِبَادِهِ مِنْ هَذِهِ بِوَلَدِهَا. لَاللَّهُ أَرْحَمُ بِعِبَادِهِ مِنْ هَذِهِ لِوَلَدِهَا. That Allah is more merciful, more loving, more compassionate than to His servant than this woman is to her child. And so this tells us that we should have a good opinion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should have husn al-dhan. Whatever problems you're facing, we shouldn't think that this is beyond Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah put those problems in our lives for wisdom. Maybe we don't know it right now. But if He gave us those problems, He's also the one who gave us the solution to those problems. So we, in our last part of our salah, we make the shahada, which is the mainstay of a Muslim, and then we make salah on the Prophet ﷺ before we give the du'as, and we finish our prayer. And Ibn Qayyim, he says, really, if you knew what was in the prayer, you would regret. You wouldn't want to say salah. أرحنا بها يا بلال. The Prophet ﷺ, with all the worries and stress and what does he want? He wants a relief for that distress. What is he? And what he tells Bilal, call the adhan. Arihna, give us relaxation. Relieve us from the worries of this dunya. This dunya is filled with problems. As soon as you salam out, you go back to your problems. that time we're here in the salah is a time of happiness. This is the time for your heart to feel joy in connecting with its creator, who ultimately we hope we go back to. So death, is there anybody here in this room who will not die? كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Every soul will taste death. The Mufassirin, the Shurah, they say here, death, it doesn't mean that the person will perish forever. It means transferring from one state to the next. The ruh doesn't die. But it tastes death in the meaning that it transfers from this world to the barzakh. So death is just a transition. It's a moving from one world to the next world. All of us are going to see that. We're all going to face the moment of death. We're all going to taste death. But the real success, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةَ فَقَدْ فَازَ. The real success is the one who escapes the hellfire and enters Jannah. That is the faz, that is the great success. My beloved brothers in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-Wadud. One of his names is al-Wadud. Al-Wadud, it means the one who is loving. He loves khair for his servants. He loves to repay the servants for the good that they do for him. So we should realize that whatever pain we feel when somebody dies, that's just a temporary departure. It's just a temporary moment where they are leaving and going to their eternal destination, which all of us are going to. You know, one of the shuyukh, he said, you know, in Arabic, the word mayyit, it means somebody who will die. إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتُونَ. Allah told the Prophet ﷺ, you will die and they will die. So he said, عَجِبْتُ مِن مَيِّت يَعْزِي مَيِّت عَن مَيِّت. I'm amazed that a person who's going to die, I'm giving condolences to another person who's going to die about another person who was destined to die. All of us, we condole one another, but in fact, each of us have that. We are going there next. We are going to this next place. The real life. أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيْتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا يَمْشِي بِهِ فِي النَّاسِ كَمَنْ فِي ظُلُمَاتٍ لَيْسَ بِخَارِجٍ مِنْهَا. The real life is not the life of this body. Animals have this life. Even trees, they grow and they have life. This is not the real life. Some of the ulama, they say the three great angels, the archangels, Jibreel, Mikael, and who else? Israfil. Why are these the archangels? Israfil gives life to the dead when he blows the horn. Mikael gives life to the dead earth when he sends the rain by Allah's permission. And Jibreel, how does he give life? Through wahi. The Quran, the wahi from Allah gives life to the hearts. يَعْلَمُ أَنَّ اللَّهَ يُحْيِي الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. Allah, just like the Prophet ﷺ said, what I have been sent with is like rain that gives life to the earth, the parched earth after it dies. It's knowledge. It's knowing Allah, ma'rifatullah. My beloved brothers in Islam, if you don't know Allah, then you leave this world without tasting the sweetest thing in it. Ibn al-Qayyim, he says, there's a Jannah in this world. Whoever does not enter it will not enter the Jannah of the next world. And he said, some of the pious people of the past, they said, if those kings, muluk, they knew what we had, they would come with their swords and fight us to get this. The sweetness of munajat, of uns with Allah, this ma'iyya of Allah, of having the help of Allah with you, having the protection of Allah, being close to Allah. That's the Jannah of this world. When Musa alayhi salam and the Bani Israel were about to be captured by Fir'aun, in front of them is the ocean. The Bani Israel, they look, they see the army behind them and the ocean in front of them. Death in front and death behind. Inna lamudrakun. We're destroyed. We're going to be run over. We're going to be killed. But Musa alayhi salam, he had husn al-dhan. He knew that his Lord is the Wadud, the Rahim, the Ghafoor, the one who loves you. And in fact, Ibn al-Qayyim says, if you knew Allah's planning for you, you would cry. You would cry. If you knew, why did Allah make this person die, this problem, I lose this job, these hardships. If you knew behind the veil why Allah was doing this, you would cry out of His mercy. So Musa alayhi salam had the husn al-dhan in Allah. He said, Kalla inna ma'iya rabbi sayahdini. No, we're not mudrakun, we're not going to be destroyed. Allah is with me. Allah is with me, He will guide us to the right way. Whatever problems you have, pray istikhara. Ask Allah for the solution. Allah will give His servant the way out of every problem. Ala inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. Indeed, the friends of Allah, the close servants of Allah, they are not sad about the past and they're not fearful of the future. La khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. Alladhina amanu wa kanu yattaqun. These are the two conditions mentioned here of wilayah. We'll finish with this. Those who had iman, they had faith in Allah, and taqwa, obedience to Allah. This love, this compassion, this mercy is for those who struggle to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you have no fear and no sadness. May Allah relieve all our worries and distresses through the love for Him and closeness to Him. Make us of His rightful, dutiful servants. May Allah have mercy on our parents, all of our that have gone forth, and those who are still with us. May Allah honor them and give them the na'im of the qabr. May Allah take away any hisab and adab from those of our beloved ones that passed away. May Allah have mercy on all of our mothers and fathers and teachers and mashayikh. May Allah bless all of our elders and guide our young children to be great imams and pious people. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. There's some, Sheikh Jubali was so kind to bring some food. So I hope you stay, inshallah, enjoy something.
I mean, inshallah, that is a light, but I'd like to make a dua as well. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم اغفر لها وعافها واعف عنها وأكرم نزلها وسع مدخلها. اللهم اجعل قبرها روضة من رياض الجنة. اللهم اجعل الصلاة والصيام وقراءة القرآن شفيعا ونورا وبرهانا لها في قبرها يا رب العالمين. اللهم حيها ربنا بالسلام وأدخلها الجنة بسلام. اللهم احشرها مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين. اللهم إنا نسألك لها أنهار الجنة وطعام الجنة ولباس الجنة ومساكن الجنة. اللهم ارزقها الفردوس الأعلى يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحم والدينا كما ربيانا صغيرا. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك يا ربنا سميع الدعاء. وصل اللهم وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وجزاكم الله خيرا. Please share the food with us بإذن الله. بارك الله فيكم. جزاك الله خيرا.